Alright, here we go. We're gonna find Sarah, save her, get her to meet Rachel, and yeah. Still can't believe James did this. Man.
Shit. Is that blood? Frank? Frank!
Okay. Where's Pompidou? Is Pompidou okay? Is he dying? Maybe you should call
Shit, this is bad.
911.
I'll get you help, Frank. But first, I've gotta help Rachel's mom.
Okay, right while he's bleeding to death? Really? Chloe, he's bleeding to death. Oh. Can I at least call 911? Actually, maybe not. It might ruin things in here. And then Damon might kill you as well. That's not a good idea.
Where the hell is Sarah?
Alright. What do we have here? Okay, calm down. Let's just making it so loud. Alright, what does it say? It says, don't mess with Damon Merrick.
Don't tell me what to do.
Graffiti, draw all over it. What's this? A bong?
Glad to see the bong made it.
What a sign. Time.
No more beer. No more time. I've got to keep moving.
We got a deer head. Wait, what? We got a knife.
A knife might not be a bad idea. Never thought I'd have to say that.
I don't know, man. What if he takes it from you and then, you know... Wait, let's see. Thunder, it was you or me. It wasn't personal. The police, it's done, Damon. Nothing you... Okay. Swipe. Okay, so we did get Thunder. Yep. I'm kind of... I hope he's okay. You know, I think I'm gonna take it, because Damon has a knife already, right? Maybe we can learn how to parry with a knife? Maybe? That would be... Is this something? No, it's not.
Where's the homicidal drug dealer, spooky deerhead?
Oh.
Frank's couch is toast.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Let's go into the dance floor. Oh, hey, here's our thing that we drew.
No!
Oh, what? I missed her dialogue. I'm sad now.
Shh. Everything's going to be just fine. Just a little longer, and all your troubles are going bye-bye.
What?
What the fuck?
Is he gonna overdose?
I just want to meet my daughter. Can't you understand? Why does
Your
he...
daughter? Jesus. So that's what he's worried about. Can't let the public know. The mother of his daughter is some junkie.
I just want to see her. You don't have to...
Shut up. James Amber wants you out of the picture. So that's what's going to happen.
This is so messed up.
After all, no one believes a junkie.
No. Okay.
He said you've been sober a year. Respect. It's hard to kick this shit.
You can do this.
We have a knife. Should we cut him?
Damon,
What the hell are you doing here?
Hey man, hey! Can we talk about this? I got your money, use the knife. I really want to use the knife, but is that a good idea? Oh. Should we try to be civilized? Should we use the knife? This is not supposed to be a hard decision, but I've never really been violent, so let's go with violence.
I got the money right here. Your money. Want it?
You know.
How the fuck?
Oh, shit. Well, that sucks. Hopefully, you're gonna get like poisoned.
Talking's over.
Leave her alone!
Shut up.
Because it's a rusty knife, you might get poisoned.
What the fuck?
Oh, God.
You boosted the DA's shit? Got my money? Burned the evidence? All that?
I'm just trying to help.
Oh, was that kick really that bad?
Get away from her!
I said shut the fuck up! You are one stupid, crazy bitch. Should've never got mixed up in this shit.
Oh, okay, no.
DA's family,
Oh, crap.
an out-of-town junkie, and now high school girls? What a fucking mess. It's
Oh.
okay. A girl's first time should be special.
No.
Not so tough now, are you?
Oh, crap. Go to hell. Go to hell, man.
Go to hell.
That's the spirit.
Hey, you touch her again, and I'll kill you.
Is that so?
Try me.
No. Oh, God. She's gonna overdose now. Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
No.
Go to your fucking happy place.
Oh, snap.
Run.
Let this be a lesson, kid. Make good life choices, or you'll end up like her. Now, what do I do with...
Damon! What did you do?
I fucked you up good, didn't I? Guess you really don't know when to quit. Glad to see you back on your feet.
Chloe.
Frank.
You don't really want to do this again, do you? Okay. Then I don't want to do this again. Come on, man.
Fuck you.
Oh, in the head.
Sarah.
Frank.
Rachel.
Don't die.
Your daughter. She.
Oh, well. Well, now we got Sarah killed. Is it my fault because I attacked him? Oh, damn it.
Sarah?
Is this a dream now? Is she dead?
Chloe Price.
Is it... Hello? So, is she dead, or is she, are you dreaming? Okay, I don't know, but, hey, you know my name. What's up, man?
You know who I am?
I saw you in the play. You were funny.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Sit.
Sarah. Are you okay?
We need to talk about what happened.
I am so sorry for...
Rachel can never know.
No, what? No, what?
What exactly can't Rachel know?
What James did. Hiring that thug. Shooting me up with...
He's a piece of shit. And I promise that...
Rachel can never know.
I do understand, though, because you want to protect her from... Oh, are we really going to go through that? Are we? I don't understand. I do, but I don't no.
Tell me why. Doesn't she deserve to know what her father did?
No. Rachel deserves a loving father. A father who cares for her.
James is a liar.
James is a desperate man who loves his daughter. And she loves him.
Oh, man.
Tell her what happened here, and you'll take that away from her. Forever.
It's true. What she said is true. And, that's the last decision, isn't it? The last big one. She deserves to meet you, though.
And just what is James protecting her from? You? She wants to meet you, Sarah.
No, she doesn't. She wants to meet her mother. I can never be that for her.
Why are you saying all this?
Because James is right. He's taken something from me that I might not ever get back. But he's right. I'm broken.
Like, who's not? Everyone's broken. What are you talking about?
Everybody's broken, Sarah.
Oh? Does everybody abandon their own child for 15 years?
Hey, some even more.
Does everybody take money to stay away?
You're here now. That's what matters.
What do you know?
I know Rachel needs you. I know loss.
I lost my best friend. I lost my father. I think I lost my father.
I lost my father 2 years ago.
How?
Car accident. He was picking up my mother from the grocery store, and a truck ran a red light, and that was it.
I'm sorry. You don't know what this is to me. Every pain, every fear, gone. No more sadness, no more grief. Why would anyone not want to feel that way? Ever.
Oh, you quit for a year. Rachel needs you. Yeah, Rachel needs you.
I don't know anything about addiction, but I know what it's like to be needed by someone. It gives you strength you never knew you had. Rachel needs you.
Rachel needs her family.
I recognize I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about here, but I wish you could know how amazing Rachel is.
I know.
She's fearless. She's brilliant and talented. And she feels so much. She's so strong.
She's had a good life. Raised in a loving home, given opportunities I could never give her.
At least talk to her. She's felt like something's been missing her whole life. She told me so. that something was you.
She didn't miss anything. She has a perfect family.
Well, if only... Oh... They're far from perfect. I thought my dad was perfect. If only we had... if only we had the bracelet, right? Well, I traded it for a kiss. She did show us the bracelet. We should have taken it from her at the hospital. You know, just in case we need it, right? I thought my dad was perfect.
I used to think my dad was perfect. But now I realize he was probably just as messed up as everyone. And it doesn't make me love him any less.
That's a nice thought. What Rachel needs, though, is not to have her father taken away from her.
He doesn't
It's
deserve...
not about James. It's not about me, and it's not about you. It's about Rachel.
Exactly.
Tell her what James did, and you'll be killing him for her. You understand that, don't you? You lost your father. Do you really want to put Rachel through that?
Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh, she has a good point. But then the thing is, what James did makes him very dangerous. I thought he was, I don't know, are you actually dead? I don't even know if you're dead or not. Is Chloe hallucinating? I don't even know. Don't you want to see her though?
Don't you want to see her? You came here for it. You got sober. You deserve the chance to know your daughter.
Nothing can change the mistakes I made. I'll never get to be Rachel's mother. Not really. But there's one thing I can still do for her. The only thing I can do. Let me give her the father she deserves. The one who raised her, protected her. The one who loves her more than anything. You can do whatever you want, Chloe. You have the power. What you have to decide is whether you're going to protect Rachel or cause her even more hurt. So please, tell her I was never here. Let her have what peace she can without me.
Oh, that's not...
Wait!
Please, don't leave.
Don't go, Sarah.
I'm done here. Goodbye, Chloe.
Oh, okay, come on. I still think Rachel needs some closure. She needs to see her, at least. Like, that's the reason why I wanted Rachel to see Sarah, because it's not done yet. Anyway, before we go in, I need to read this. Before I go. So, hang in there, guys. Let's start off with page 21. Alright. When you think about it, it's kind of amazing that anyone ever trusts anybody about anything. Take the stars, for example. We learned all these things about them in school, but no one bothers to tell us the most important fact of all. Some of them are dead. Before you can see the light, you have to deal with the darkness. Yet, somehow Rachel trusts me with the most important thing in her world, finding her real mom. She didn't ask me right away, at first. She didn't even want to talk. It was kind of like the junkyard a couple of days ago, but this time I didn't freak out on her. I gave her space. Here's something you never learned, Max. When someone you care about is hurting, you do anything you can to be there for her, even if it means making the stars shine in her bedroom. That's how I got Rachel to open up and ask me about finding her mom. I think my confidence surprised her. But if Rachel wants to find her mom, then I'm making it happen. Oh. Oh. Alright. I think I want a tattoo. Yeah, I know, it's permanent, right? But that's the thing, though. It's not. Not really. Because we're not permanent at all. Funny how much simpler life seems when you keep that in mind. Like my hair. I wanted to see what it would look like blue, so I did. It looks awesome. One day I'll make it all blue. And if I don't like it, then, well, so what? It'll fall out eventually. See how that works? You know what else isn't permanent? David. The fucker searched my room when I was away, and then gave the world's lamest apology. He tried to connect with me about his dead friend, which, fine, A for effort I guess, but I still think that he should clean my room. Eventually, I got out of there and headed to the garage, which David is transforming into his own personal asshole cave. At least I got what I came for, Dad's toolbox. I bet he would like the idea of me using his tools to fix the ride. Off to the junkyard to see if I can get that truck working. I know it's far from permanent, but here's hoping that beast has a little more life in it. Chloe, the impermanent marker. If you ever notice how people in hospitals are always whispering, I think it's because hearing your own voices makes everything feels much more real somehow. Writing it down. Like writing it down. Weird how only a few hours ago I was the one bringing something broken back to life. I snagged one of David's car manual and fixed up the truck. I took it for a joyride around the junkyard before Rachel showed up. We chatted for a bit, then shit got crazy. And by crazy I mean Damon Merrick, the psychopath who is super interested in Rachel's bio mom and dad for some reason. He and Frank arrived, demanding to know what we were doing. Before we could find a way out, he pulled out a knife and stabbed Rachel. I might have been able to stop him if I acted quicker, but I just froze. If it weren't for Frank... A blazing car ride later and I'm here, at the hospital, wishing I could make myself believe this isn't real. Chloe, the much too real. P.S. I hope Frank's okay. Yeah, exactly. What happened to... Oh, did he... Well, he can't die. We know he didn't die. Anyway, I know you can know... What? I don't think you can know how you feel about someone until you almost lose them. Until you sit in the hospital waiting room, frozen in place, yet somehow falling... silently, desperately, pleading to hear their voice, touching their hand, make them laugh, and you know. It was weird being with Rachel's dad, and actually kinda nice. We were on the same team suddenly and none of the other shit mattered. I think I can see why Rachel loves him. Got to check in on Drew, spent some time with him and Mikey. Gotta say, that family is actually pretty amazing. After... Really? You had like an awkward meeting with him. Anyway, after what felt like forever, Rachel woke up. Even with everything that's happened, she's still focused on finding her mother. So I am too. Here's the plan. I'm going to dig around James' office, find whatever I can about her, and track her down so they can meet. I don't care how tough it might be. Chloe the bounty hunter. I'm starting to think that lying is contagious. One lie leads to another, and before you know it, there's an epidemic. Case in point, Rachel's dad. Remember when I told you about how he lied to Rachel, but then the truth about her mom came out? Yeah, about that. I guess the hardcore security should have tipped me off. I managed to break into his desk. That's when the lie starts to pour out. Seems James has all sorts of secret communication he failed to mention last night. I found his cell phone on his desk, a burner's phone, the kind only used by shady-ass people. This lying asshole has even been working with Damon fucking Merrick of all people. I had to lie too, by pretending to be James. It was crazy. I burnt actual evidence, which means I should probably burn this journal too. Then I rattled out the bouncer who let me into the firewalk show. I felt bad, but I had to find Sarah quick. Finally, I found a stack of money that Damon's been waiting for James to give him in exchange for hurting Sarah, I think. How can people be so fucked up? I wish I could forget everything I found today. Almost. Because now I know where Sarah is and nothing will stop me from getting closer to her. Well, getting to her. Chloe, liar of lies. Yeah. That is kind of messed up. Alright. You know that poem that goes like, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice, and fire is supposed to be desired and ice is supposed to be hatred? Yeah, put me down for one of each. Elliot followed me to Rachel's house. Turns out he's been, I don't know, watching me, or at least paying close attention to what I've been up to with Rachel, and he does not approve. I honestly had no idea Elliot has had this side of him. He truly hates Rachel. At one point, he literally refused to let me leave until I saw the truth about her. He was psycho rage angry. I was afraid, and I also didn't have time to talk to him, so I got the bright idea to secretly call 911 when he wasn't looking. And it actually worked. I was able to tip off the cops off to what was happening, and then they showed up. I ran off. Poor Elliot would have to answer to them, but also fuck him. Truth is, I almost feel bad for Elliot. He made the terrible decision to become obsessed with me. I just have a way more important shit to deal with right now. Chloe, evader of creepos. Yes, I agree with the last part. I do feel sorry for Elliot. I mean, he is taking things a bit too far, but he cares. But he's way too obsessive in that sense. But anyway, I still feel bad about that. Oh, he might get into a whole lot of trouble. Anyway, so that thin line between life and dream life I've been telling you about, I think it just disappeared. I saw my dad again, but this time I was awake. At least, I think I was. One moment I was speeding along in my truck, and the next moment I was standing in a burnt-out forest talking to my dad. I wanted to know if he ever lied to me, the way James did to Rachel, but he couldn't tell me. I suppose that's one advantage dead people have over us. If dreams can blend with reality, then I guess nightmares can too. That's exactly what the mill feels like now. Frank's RV is here, smeared with blood. I really hope Frank's okay, but I have got to get to Rachel's mom. I don't know what I'll find, but I have to for Rachel. Chloe the Unreal. I failed. I wasn't able to save Rachel's mom. Instead, I had to watch Damon and Merrick stab a heroin needle into her neck. See the color drain from her face, the hope from her eyes, and there was nothing I could do about it. I should probably be dead, but Frank showed up, attacked Damon. If you can believe, I don't know what happened after that. I got knocked out and woke up to find Sarah sitting there. She seemed desperate to talk to me, but she didn't want to talk about Rachel or meeting her. She only cared about one thing, convincing me to lie to Rachel about her dad and pretend I never found her. I desperately tried to change her mind, to tell her that Rachel needs her. I told her how wonderful Rachel is and how everyone deserves love, but she still walked away in the end. And now I have to decide what to tell Rachel. What would you do, Max? You can't answer, I know, you don't exist. You're a lie I've used to avoid reality, to keep living in the past, and maybe that's okay. But I don't think I want to live in the past anymore. I want to be in the present, with Rachel, no matter what happens. Goodbye, Max. Oh, yeah, Clawfield. Alright. I do not remember if I read this. Anyway, what can you say about a woman so mysterious her own daughter never heard of her until now? From what James told us, Sarah is a drug addict who got herself mixed up in all sorts of crazy shit. And by drugs, I mean OD and end up dead in the alleyway. Drugs, not smoke a bowl and watch anime. When Rachel was a baby, Sarah would get high when she was supposed to be looking after her. Things got so fucked up that James finally had to take Rachel away. Funny thing is, even as James talked about all the horrible things Sarah had done, he still seemed, I don't know, fixated, I guess. You could see the power she had over him. Actually, when he was talking about how beloved and magnetic Sarah used to be, I couldn't help think of Rachel. I wondered if James sees that too. Maybe it's what makes him so afraid of her. Anyway, now Sarah is in Arcadia Bay looking to meet Rachel after years of taking James' money to stay away. Suddenly, she wants a relationship with her daughter. James seems skeptical, and Rachel, I can't even imagine what Rachel must be going through. Did I read this? Sweetheart, don't get enough family time as it is. Does Rachel want to join us? She's very welcome to. What is it? What? Joining what? Dinner. Yes, joining dinner. Okay, Mom can't make it tonight. Sorry. Chloe, is everything okay? Everything's fine. Okay, love you, love you. Okay, bye. Well, here we go. The end. now we have to decide what to do with it. Oh, jeez.
Hello?
Hi, Chloe. Rachel's just fallen asleep.
I know she'll be thrilled to see you when she wakes up. Maybe come back a little later?
Hey.
Go back to sleep, kiddo. You need your rest.
Can I talk to Chloe? Alone? For a minute?
Okay, sweetie. We'll be right outside.
You still got no blanket on. Just saying. That dirty look. Ah. James, why did you do that?
How are you feeling? Like I got stabbed? Doc says there'll be a sick scar. Maybe a tattoo is in order. Fuck yeah. We never actually escaped, did we? We've got time. All the time in the world. So, how did everything go? Rachel, I've got to tell you something.
And here it is, the final decision in this game. Probably the final decision. Okay, now we have the choice to tell Rachel everything or protect Rachel from the truth. Okay. So, sometimes I do believe that ignorance is bliss, but and I understand why we want to protect Rachel from the truth, because of her reaction, just by knowing that his dad, that just by thinking that her dad was cheating on her mom, made her burn down a forest. She might not be able to handle the things we tell her, so I understand why we want to protect Rachel from the truth, because maybe she's not exactly old enough to handle it. But Rachel does deserve to know the truth. But I don't know, this is hard. Let me get my thoughts straight. I don't know if by telling Rachel everything, if it's possible for her to meet Sarah, because I still think that she should meet Sarah to like for some kind of closure, right? I think she needs it. Like, regardless how well or how bad it goes, she needs that in her life. And what James did was really, really messed up. I thought he was going to kill Sarah, but I guess he didn't. But then he did ruin her life. And if I tell Rachel everything, I will also be ruining her family. I'm pretty sure about that. I mean, that will probably mess her up for good. And Frank will probably tell her as well. And Anyway, let's just tell her everything. I'm gonna stop thinking. Alright, let's tell Rachel everything. Okay. So we ruined her life. Yep. We basically ruined it. Now everybody's drinking, smashing things. Oh crap. Did he... Did he kill him? Oh! That's his knife. So he actually killed him? I think he's dead. Damon, I mean. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh well. Oh, Elliot. I got you expelled, didn't I? Oh, well, no, not really. You got yourself expelled. That was weird stuff you've been doing. Aw. Well, Chloe's expelled. Oh well. We still have Rachel with us. Man. I don't like this Principal Wells. Back to the iconic lighthouse. And I'm sorry for having to talk over this because of copyright music and all. Oh, hey. Oh. I'm so glad she decided not to go. Oh. She deserves that. Oh, Chloe is back. Chloe is back. Okay. Oh, nice hair. Oh, she got her tattoo already. Oh, awesome dragon tattoo. Why can't this just last forever? Why does Frank have to get involved? Everything is so perfect. All right, so, well, wow, not many people told Rachel the truth, but yeah, I understand why. So, telling Rachel the truth is not really that popular, Anyway, so, yeah, that's that. This is so cute. Aw, aw. Aw, so cute. Chloe is... Oh, this is Max. Isn't it? Yes. Can't wait. I can't wait. Well, this is the end of Life is Strange Before the Storm. And here comes the rant and thoughts. I don't even know why I do this, but this took me forever to gather my thoughts. So anyway, here it is. It might take a while. Let's start with gameplay. I think the gameplay is neat, simple, and is very similar to the first game. And as I mentioned before, the thing I love about this game is how you can choose and then click the WASD to choose what you want instead of the awkward clicking in the other game, in the first game. And I'm also glad that there's no bottle hunting in this. But then again, Before the Storm doesn't have a lot of puzzles. It's mainly filled with simple, straightforward choices most of the time. And and I really liked how they added the theater performance and the D&D games. Oh my god, that's the best moment. Well, one of the best moments in this game, for me at least. I really liked it. So yes, overall I enjoyed this game. I really like it. So let's talk about Chloe. I think I said this before. Chloe is a rebel, but I didn't really play her as a rebel. I played her with a different approach, I guess. I made most of my choice based on based on understanding and reasoning. Well, at least I think I tried to be rational. Doesn't always work, but I tried. And I always rooted for Joyce because I feel sorry for her. I mean, she lost her husband in a car crash already, and Chloe's rebellion just makes it so much worse for her. So in this game, I try to be understanding. Like, I get it. I understand that Chloe is going through a hard time, but so is Joyce, man. I mean, I wish that Chloe and Joyce can build a like a better mother and daughter relationship. Like, oh well. You never know when your loved one will be just, gone. Just gone. It can happen anytime. Like, Chloe lost her dad in, like, an instant, so I think that she should be cherishing what she have, like, left, like, with her mom. And, instead of, going all rebellious, she cherish it. Well, the one thing that I didn't do, that's pro-Joyce for the family, was getting Chloe expelled. But then again, I wasn't expecting Principal Dickhead to expel her ass, so anyway, it would have been a better choice to just let Rachel take the blame, because what are they gonna do to Rachel anyway, right? I mean, there must have been some way that we can get her back into play, right? I didn't think about that, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try it in the next playthrough. So things I love about this game, I like the little details, the dialogues. I think I mentioned it last time, like the sounds that they have in the background. And while I think that detail within the details in with interaction with the environment is not as detailed as before in the first game, but I think the dialogue changes and the subtle changes are pretty cool. I mean, I replayed chapter 2 to get the D&D in chapter 3, and that's why I noticed the little changes, because I made some, like, purposely I made some different choices to see what would happen, and it was pretty cool. And oh, at one point is Joyce's ring. In my playthrough, I think she sold it for $300. And but I found out later, like in some video, that it was possible to give Joyce the 200 that we stole in the beginning of the game. So maybe if we gave her the money, she wouldn't have sold the ring. That would be pretty neat. I think that would be pretty cool. Anyway, I also love what they did with Frank. I mean, yes, he's a drug dealer, but he also has a kind heart, and this game kind of shows that to us, I think. Like, he knows that Damon is dangerous, so he's trying to do his best to do the right thing. I think that's kind of cute. So some of the things I hate about this game, no rewind power. But yeah, I get it. It's a different game, and if someone had some kind of superpower, it would make the game seem a bit cheap. So well, I'm not counting the forest fire thing as superpower or supernatural at the moment, but yeah. I like exploring things, and also realize that I missed out a few things as well. But all in all, it's good. Another thing that I didn't like is that I have to replay the whole chapter if I want to change a decision. I mean, I think in the first game, if you want to change a decision, you just have to start replaying from that point on instead of replaying the whole chapter. I mean, the whole episode. Some of the other things that bug me a bit are the limited options. Well, I get why there's limited options, because they have to have the story to go to like a certain point, right? So they can't have it waver too much. But the vagueness of the options, they really get to me. I mean, I have no rewind power now, so I have no idea what I'm going to say, and that is such a horrible thing to happen to anyone. I mean, normally you would know what you're gonna say, right? But I have no idea what Chloe's gonna say when I choose certain options. And if I mess up, I need to replay the whole episode to fix it. And that, oh man, I don't like that. But yeah. Decisions that I regret. Now, one of the biggest decisions that I regret, I think you guys probably know if you watched my playthrough, is hiding in the room with Mikey. That's one of my biggest regrets in this game so far. Well, that I can think of right now. Like if I came out of the room to give Damon his money, Drew will be okay and his knee will not be busted. Like Mikey will suffer from a like, you know, a broken arm, but it's not as bad as Drew's knee. I mean, by busting his knee, I probably ruined his career. Like for what? For like $1,000? It's not worth it. I mean, yes, it can heal, but from personal experience, even if it does heal your knee, it won't be the same. It won't be as good. I mean, and he's an athlete, so breaking a knee is pretty. It can be pretty lethal. And I didn't even break my knee. I only twisted it, but that after my knee, it was very prone to twisting. Like it happened a few times after that. So I can just randomly slip on the floor, like on some water, and I would twist my knee. Anyway, yeah, it's bad. I think it's because I underestimated how dangerous Damon is. Like I didn't expect him to break his leg, and I also didn't expect Drew to not fight back, either. But then again, maybe it's good that he didn't. Else he would probably pull out his knife and stab him. So, oh well. Now on to the big thing. Let's talk about the last decision. The one about whether to tell Rachel the truth or protect her from the truth. I decided to tell Rachel the truth despite knowing that it will ruin her family, was because of her dad. I was completely fine with him keeping a secret, like Sarah, a secret for the past 15 years, because I understand why he did it, and I can kind of accept his reason for doing it, but that last thing that he pulled with Sarah, like the last thing, like making Damon pump her full of heroin after she tried so hard to get her life back, that was going way too far. I mean, I would say I understand why he did it, because he wanted to protect Rachel and all, but that was not right. I don't agree with his method. That doing that made him dangerous. And you know what? To be honest, I'm really pissed at James for doing that. Like, it's such a dumb thing to do. All he had to do was just like let Rachel see Sarah, and like maybe in some public area, like maybe with people around, so Sarah can't do whatever he thinks that she might do to her. And you know, and Rachel can't really get over, like can't get over Sarah without seeing her. I think that's why I tried so hard to get them to meet. But James just had to take a few leaps too far, and I was on his side too. Man, I feel so betrayed. And yes, Rachel does deserve the truth, but originally I felt like it was very selfish to be telling her the truth, because Rachel trusts Chloe, and by telling her the truth, it kind of gets us off the hook, like of being like, you know, like, oh, we're lying to her or something, right? Because we're not. We're telling her the truth. We're truthful to you, you know. But in return, it will hurt Rachel because she will lose her father, and we've seen before how she mentions that how her father had always been there for her to support her and all. Like before, what was it, the park or something? She mentioned him before, about how her father like makes her feel safe, and how she felt very like comforted when she was in the hospital as well. But the main reason that I decided to tell her the truth, because what James did, did kind of contradicted that. By working with Damon, I think that I felt that he actually put Rachel in danger. And so that's one big reason why I did it, because it was a hard decision, but James' actions made it much easier for me. I mean, it's a hard decision because protecting your loved ones from the truth is a real thing. For now, it's easy for us to say, you know, screw this, Rachel deserved the truth. Like, it's a game, so it's easy for us to say that, but in real life it's much more complicated. From my recent personal experience, well, it's not really for me to tell, so I'm just going to keep it a bit vague. We found out that a family member has some medical issue, and well, some pretty serious medical issue, and they decided that they want to keep it a secret from their son, who's doing his studies abroad. They wanted to hide the truth so it wouldn't affect his study, because he was required to pass a certain exam in order to continue to study there. But sadly, it turned out that the situation was much worse than they anticipated. So with some easy convincing, they ended up telling him the truth. I told him that he needed to know, but because the situation is well, it's pretty bad, and it's best to let him know earlier than later, because being later will definitely make it much worse. And yeah. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is there are reasons for people not to tell truth, white lies. But to be honest, if it's in real life, I don't think I would have told Rachel the truth at that moment either. I would probably wait until she's older, but knowing how we all know the future, that's not gonna happen. And the reason I don't think I would have told her is because I think she's not emotionally stable enough to handle it. Like, she burned down the whole forest just because she thought that her dad was cheating on her mom, right? But anyway, yeah, this is also a reason why parents want to keep things from their kids. Well, I'm not a parent, but I kind of, you know, understand where they're coming from. They keep secrets from the kids, well, just to protect them, even if it means hurting themselves the most. Like, knowing that later, if they do find out, their kids would hate them. But yeah, parents, oh well. So anyway, another thought that I have is about the first game. So if you have never played it or watched the first game, you might want to get out of here if you don't want spoilers. But anyway, you probably know what happened in the first game if you're here. Anyway, so after playing this Before the Storm, I'm pretty sure that playing Life is Strange will be more heart-wrenching than before. Many of us has fallen in love with Rachel. We got to know her better, witness her pain, her suffering. So the scene Oh, the scene where Max and Chloe found Rachel's body means so much more now than it did before. Like, when we first played it, well, when I first played it, I felt sorry for Chloe because of how much it seemed to have affected her. Like like the way she was crying and everything. It just breaks your heart. Like, that scene was heartbreaking already, but now that we got to know Rachel, oh man, it's gonna hit us really hard. I mean, all the things Rachel went through, and even the place she was buried is messed up. Like in the junkyard was where Rachel, Chloe and Rachel spent most of their time. It was supposed to be the only place where she can feel safe, right? If you think about it, it's so messed up. Well, yeah, that's just the thought about that. And so don't you just love that ending right there? 17, let's go. Well, what can she be doing, huh? And about that, I'm expecting at least a good 6 hours of gameplay for the Max farewell part, cause I'm calculating it by how much it costs. You know, like the original game is cost a certain amount, and then the deluxe version, right? So I'm thinking at least 6 hours, because that's how much it costs. It costs like 2/3 of the price of this game. So I would need at least 6 hours. If it's not 6, it better be at least 4. I mean, I'll be pretty pissed off if it just like ended in 30 minutes. Oh, okay, I paid good money for that. So I currently have the burning desire to play this game again with some different choices to see what will happen. I don't know. Would you guys be interested in live streams? If I replay this, I will probably either be playing on my own or maybe doing a live stream. I don't know. Let me know if you guys will be interested, and what's a good time for you. Well, let me know in the comments below, and yeah, don't forget to, write down what time zone you guys are in. So anyway, did you guys enjoy this game, or did you prefer the first one? Or do you like them both? Well, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I'm asking a lot of questions here, so let me summarize it for you. Number 1, what do you think about this game? Number 2, what are your favorite moments? Yeah. Number 3, what did you hate about this game, if any, or if not, then good for you. And number 4, would you guys be interested to watching me do live streams of, I don't know, of anything, I guess. And number 5, let me know one awesome thing you did this Christmas and New Year. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening to my ramblings once again. Good to have you guys around. Alright, I will see you guys next time. Okay? Have a good one.